Hello, Vincent. SA, Emerald, hello. Hello, hello. All right. Let's see. There we go. Doing your draft game. Oh, already, dang. I still need to eventually do like a draft stream, but I gotta set that up still. I'll probably do it like next Friday or something. What's up, David? All right. Let's go ahead and get our roll for today. Yeah, you're right. I should definitely get a couple of them. But I just haven't done them. We can buff offensive guys? Well, we haven't even gone through all the defensive ones, and I don't even... last time I wasn't even much of a fan of what I did. I was kind of lazy. I was feeling kind of lazy the last time, so I might go back and redo some of those. That's only... that's because I have the whole content creator thing, Zhao. Yeah, I know. Parasol is something different because, like, its stats are hard to work with considering you have to line in with the yokai stuff and whatnot. I think the whole revolution thing would be good for it. Like, I actually think I'm fine with what I did, what ended up doing with Parasol. It was some of the others that I was mostly talking about. What's up, Digi, Isaac? Joey's Void, hello. So, hang on, let me make this stuff a little bit bigger. And then we can do this. So not yesterday, the other day, it was Tao Shinu and down is what we did, and I'm not sure I quite like everything I did here. I think Tao Shinu's fine. Piscarna's whatever. Sea Drake. Actually, now I'm looking at it. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, maybe Sylvice is the only one that is kind of lazy. Everything else is fine. No, I'm not, Joey. This is for fun. Did the stream die already? It shouldn't be dead. Doesn't seem dead to me. I think that's just you. Yippee. Making Sylvice that much bulkier? Why? It's already a Drudge user and... Alright, so should I start with some Metronet raids? Or do you just want me to spin in circles? Alright, Sylvice currently is not getting Poison Heal. Main reason to do the Metronet raids is I should probably get some of the Alpha Void Discs. Because that would definitely fit the Alpha Metronet if I were to find it. You know what? Fair enough, Atlas. Fair enough. Alright, what else do I use for this? Do I have anybody with Square 1? If they gave me an opportunity to be Balancer? Well, again, just me becoming Balancer wouldn't inherently make the game better. Like, yes, I could contribute towards it, but it wouldn't inherently make it better. Alright, let's see. Square 1... It would make the game worse? Oh, that's not true at all, though. I mean, unless you're a stall player, then it would probably make it worse. I kind of already do it. I kind of already do that, Joey, but it would just be more, oh, wow, I have nothing with square one. Sick. So maybe I don't do these raids yet. Oh, well. Where did I have Harvesect? There you are. You don't. You think Stall's a necessary evil? I disagree. I don't think it's necessary at all. The game structure benefits it, but that doesn't necessarily equate to it being a necessary evil. Are we buffing Stall again? Well, the idea is not to buff Stall directly. It never has been. The only thing here that's like a direct buff to Stall is this thing, and this is Jamie's doing, not mine. You don't buff playstyles? You can definitely make targeted buffs for specific playstyles, like this. Because if you think about it, balanced teams are never going to use Ignorant Wrestling. Why? Because its defensive profile, in a general sense, is bad. And when you're using balance, you kind of want good general walls. In Stall, you can afford to spec into more specific walls, like an Ignorant Wrestling. And so giving Wrestle and Slumber specifically only buffs Ignorant, which you would only realistically use on a Stall composition. So this is literally a Stall buff. And like yes, buffing Setimars would let Stall players use it as a wall on their team. However, this is more targeted at balance because you could use it as a more generalized wall and it's not passive as crap. But yes, Stall would inherently look at this as another potential option. But like Wrestling, no balance teams using this. Like a lot of these aren't necessarily targeted at Stall. Like, especially this Bar Blast one. This is one actually nerfs it on Stall. But you could try and get away with it on balance. Can we fix Stab? Unfortunately not. Stab will forever be trash. Did I post these changes anywhere? No, because they're not official. They're not real. They're fan-made. These... Oh, sorry. All of these are actually happening. Minus, this is actually Kabunga, but, like, these are happening. And those are already posted. Everything down here is just fan-made. You just want to read them yourself, then I'll guess you have to check out the stream, because, like, there's no reason to post them in other places, because then people will think they're official. And they're not. Yeah, Icicle one's up to the devs. That's why there's a question mark. All right, so I'm deciding if I want to do some Metronet raids. I mean, I guess I'll just try and solo with Harvesect, even though that won't work. I need something to wipe changes. Should Icicle be rallyable? It is a 525 base stat total Loomian, yes. Opinion on Swift and Dyborg? No. Sob Grievestone, is that like a secret ability? I don't even have a Griefstone. If it's... Oh wait, it probably wouldn't even be allowed in the raid. Unfortunately, I don't have one. Oh well, I'll just worry about raids another time. It's time to circle. If I find the alpha Metronet today, then it is what it is. Alright. Just give Cephalopod a few power fruits. When does he get it? When does Cephalops get square one? And what level is mine? 42. And it's smart sluggish. God dang it. I guess I just put a clutch plushie on it. Just to make sure it doesn't die. Oh no, but I'd have to switch into it. 45 is when it gets square one. Ugh. All right. Here's the strat. You guys aren't ready. I almost equipped on the there. All right, and then yeah, it has square one now. Have I tried ZA? I have not bought it. No, I don't want to support Nintendo. Buffing Bloodsucker could also boost damage of energy draining moves. Meanwhile, Cephalops doesn't have Maroon. Nice. Alright. And then I just need some random sack. There we go. Oh yeah, I also need to put Clutch Plushie on the Cephalops. Do I have a Clutch Plushie? Yes, I do. No Pichu run? Pokemon games get worse with each new game. It's more so like this ZA game is an improvement upon other Pokemon games. Yes, but Nintendo as a company is trash, and I don't feel like supporting them with my money. Now, I realize that's going to amount to nothing because Pokemon will always sell regardless of like quality or business practices. Like, it doesn't matter. Actually, wait, is this... Wait, very brawny clumps. Okay, whatever. Sure. Alright, let's do a couple of these. Get Speeder to do the Pichu run? Oh boy. Alright. Now, watch me get burnt first try. Favorite Pokemon that... Wait, like Pokemon game or Pokemon in general? Because my favorite Pokemon is Pichu. Looking for Gleam Halloween Directus? Do you have an extra one if I want it? Well, we'll see. Since when could you replay this raid? Since yesterday. And it's the Nightmare version. You can get a couple extra rewards off of it. And of course, we immediately get defense. It's alright, though. I just want to get a couple of the alpha discs. And then go hunting. I could do more of this grinding later. Your snack will stare? Yeah, probably. Let's be real. Oh, hey, look, bait. W your snack. Keeping me safe. Alright, if I break this bar, if it raises defense again, I'll be not very happy. Yeah, the heals, whatever. Tank. Oh, this will take a couple extra turns, huh? How are you doing, Noli Metronet Reigns? They added a Nightmare version. Where's Brawn Boost on gloves? I'm too lazy to go rally Brawn Boost on there. Oh, I crit it. Sick. And now I go square one. Do I think people will quit their jobs to play GTA 6? There are always crazy people in the world. So anyway, here's my strategy. Goodbye, Dusket. Eliguana will surely pop the tank, right? Darn. And now we square one. Ouchie. All right, there we go. Pop the tank. Sick. And now I just switch back into Harvesect and I parasitize it and it dies. But yeah, that Yippee soloed Noli Metronet. I don't have Parasitize on my Cephalops. And I don't feel like speccing into it. Like, I don't have anything prepared. I just have this Harvesect that happens to dunk on Metronet. Did I get it? I got the saddle, and I didn't get anything else. Dang it. No, there's not, David. All right, anyway, let's go back to this. Hoping you can rally this SA Ample. Trying to think. Was there anything else we needed to do with defensive guides before I, like, circle back to the ones I skipped? Let's see. Oh, yeah, we were on Roamers. Cosmillion. Right. It's just silly justification, Joey. Like, giving it fire breath, and then you just justify it because his music is fire. Needs a stat buff? Yeah, you're right. Let's buff its stats. That'll work. Cosmillion. It has bulk. No one can say it doesn't have bulk. 100s across the board is something. Oh, I got crit. That's no fun. Does Levice count as a defensive Loomian? It's just something that it could use something, right? Just a little more bulk. This thing was done dirty. So I die to the next hit, huh? If it Psychoblasts me, it's Jover. I have to forfeit. Anyway. So, yeah, that happened. All right. Yeah, I don't know what else. What's the difference between range defense and melee defense? There are two defense stats. One takes physical hits better, and the other takes ranged hits better. Yeah, I know. He also didn't want to... Wait, what happened? Oh, it got its health back from the bar break. Yeah, he already said no to stuff like Chili Reception. I don't know what you do for Cosmillion. I don't think you can do anything other than giving it recovery, but that... Fiery Fondant Garbantus? No. Fiery Fondant is, like, designed for Hogganosh specifically. The problem with Cosmillion is you also have to operate within the specific weathers, because like all of its moves are tied to them. Oh, did you just drop 2 stats and give it 2 applied frustration boosts? Wow, Snagoop, you're awesome. Thanks, dude. You're awesome. And now it's at +4 on its defenses too. Or I should say, oh, never mind. It's only at +2. But it's okay. We live these. Oh, when we crit it. Wow, we've gotten a couple crits. But anyway, it's sack, Dusket, square one, easy peasy. Make Cosmillion have Pokemon stat for the specific form it's currently in. It's already getting that. It's getting a little bit stronger than Pokemon stat, but yeah, that is happening. Cosmillion does not get Zip Zap, no. But I mean, it wouldn't be very crazy to give it to it. It is an electric move. I don't know what you do with Cosmillion. Because, like, it also just kind of sucks as a weather setter. If I get burnt. Alright. But, yeah, I don't... Cosmillion's a weird one. Plus Rejuvenate, plus Tamp. Plus a ban for Roblox. You are the... From the stream, from the Roblox platform, and from life. You know, full... Wow, I got nothing. Make any weather it sets while holding a scale Gen 5 weather? Yeah, probably not. That's not happening. That would have to be like part of an ability, and that's just not happening. Kind of want to use melee Cosmillion? Well, there were melee weather moves being made, and then they all got scrapped, so... Yeah, that kind of died. Gen 5 weather is weather that does not wear off until, like, changed. So before Generation 6, drought and drizzle and sandstream lasted forever. Until changed. Yep, the defense drop that was immediately cleared and then gave it stat. +4 range attack, that's fun. If it crits me, I die, but other than that, I don't. Make Cosmillion hold a scale corresponding to the weather it was caught in. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense, SA. Gen 5 Pokemon look weird. A lot of them look good, and a lot of them look bad. Mainly because it's also the largest Pokedex in the game. You know, it matches Gen 1's 151. So there's obviously going to be a lot of those that look good and a lot of those that look bad. I mean, there should be a lot that happens with Cosmillion because it's supposed to be the weather guy, but like it just sucks at every weather guy. Though it's probably better than Whippledrift at setting wind, maybe. What's wrong with it? It doesn't do anything. If you want to do damage, which with your 100 stat, by the way, doesn't really work, you have to use the inaccurate stuff. Bulk-wise, like, the utility just isn't enough to justify using it. And in terms of weather setting, why use it over the actual weather setters? Like, I genuinely think it would be better, like, instead of adaptable giving it the damage increase, which, like, yeah, it would appreciate that, you would make adaptable set the weather of the scale it's holding. And then change its type. Thank you for giving me a base Void Star disc. Thank you for that. All right, Cosmillion. Automatically set weather matching any scale or any weather scale it's holding. Change type into weather. Oh, it's already +4. That's awesome. Doesn't that give up an item slot on Cosmillion? All right, hold up. Scale sprites literally show are from Cosmillion anyways. Will the auto weather be boosted 8 turns? Yeah, it would. But no, doesn't that give him an item slot on Cosmillion? What do you want the weather setter to hold? Like, what else would you like it to hold? Will Jamie ever give it stuff like Fire Breath or Thunderstrike? He said no. But maybe give it Zip Zap too. So it could set weather and pivot, of course. I mean, it is a roamer. I would do that, but... Alright, just here's the simple task of don't target me. Easy. Opinions on Umbra, it's not going to get Dissipate. Dissipate's not related to a weather. Yeah, I know, Atlas. That's how I would do it. All right. Cosmillion needs Magnify. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to do damage. It is not. Oh no! If it hits me now, it's Jover. All right, cool. Peace of Mind isn't related to weather either. Does it have that? I mean, you could do a lot with this thing. If you want it to work offensively, then you want plus magnify, brawn boost, if it ever gets melee moves. Zip, zap. Also gust, it already has that, doesn't it? Pretty sure it already has gust. Can we give knockout blaze punch and not elect pyrokinesis? Maybe go to Clip's Route and give it Drudge and Hasten. I don't know. Yeah, epically, we already know we're gonna have to choose one or the other. You're not gonna... Actually, let me try and pop tank. Bonk. Alright, we already know we're not gonna get the extra stab and auto weather and type changing. I mean, yeah, it's very likely it gets denied, Isaac. Let's be real. But that's okay, because this is fan-made anyway. I'm not making these with the intention of getting them in the game. The reason that these got in the game is because Jamie wanted to look at my stream and take ideas. Like, that's the only reason this happened. Like, I didn't push this to him. And I don't plan on pushing these to him either. If he wants to do them, sure, but I'm not going to push it. Whenever I push, like, change ideas to, Jamie, it's always community-based. I almost, I have to say almost because I've done this once or twice, I almost never push personal requests. Maybe the accurate coverage moves. All right, there we go. Cool. What's next? Mutagon, he's fine. I mean, tank Mutagon isn't really used, but that's mostly because Heavy Fists is so much better. But if it's being buffed to restricted levels, you would probably want its tank set to do something. How's it going in LL PvP? I haven't hosted a tournament in like 2.5 months. At least back then, stall was everywhere, so I just kind of didn't want it. Slapdown buffs both sets. He's giving it Electro Punch. Not Slapdown. I'm trying to think, is there... I'm trying to... Yeah, or we just leave Mutagon on loan. Or we just leave him alone. Although I know Jamie wants to give Mutagon stuff because it doesn't get stuff ever. What utility does he even have? That's a good question. I don't think he has any utility. I think he's just all bulk. Yeah, he has like no utility. He has barter, and that's it. It can provoke? Oh yeah, it does have provoke. Neat. Is there new drops in the raid? I mean, this raid is new in general, but yes, you can get like a new background. You can get some new discs. You can get a saddle. I mean, the saddle's guaranteed, but... Vital Jab Muta is instant ban from restricted format? I mean, probably not. Like, your guys' tournaments isn't going to be indicative of how the ranked is handled. Got the red Void Star. I'm trying to get a couple of the blue ones. So far, I'm at 0. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if Jamie's already said no, Pluffy, then it doesn't matter what I have to say. Like, I'm not going to try and convince him on something he's already said no to. Unless it's something like the... What do I think of Halloween reskin? I actually haven't gotten a good look at it, so I don't know. I believe he's giving Venom Slash back Banana because of the whole restricted thing. Wow, thank you for the Metronet disc. Can I please get the blue Void Star disc? Please. What is my luck? Oh, gee, thank you. You set up the Metronet and die instantly. Thank you, Mabel. No, you're not Mabel. You're what's your name? Lucy? Forgetting our beloved protagonists. Yeah, they're super memorable. I don't know about restricted worthy, but it would be something. All right. Trying to think. What is this? It'd give rain, heat, and gusts a pivot setter. True, but did it really just live with 1 health? Hey, Ragoon, hit it. Never mind. You tried your best. All right. So what's next on the... Oh, yeah, Mutagon. Do we want tank Mutagon to get... utility? Since it's already becoming restricted, aka banned, in ranked outside of doubles. Cycle Slap. That's not utility. We're not trying to buff Heavy Fists. Driving Force. You know what? Iron Defense so it becomes Zamazenta. Well, we don't have Iron Defense in the game yet, so... What's the utility in question? I don't know. I'm just asking if people even want it. But, all hazards, no. Mutagon. Driving Force. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, it could kind of be anti-setup in a way. It already has Provoke Darren. Oh, wait. I forgot to show it on screen. Yeah, Mutagon, Driving Force, and then I guess we just move on from there. Doesn't really matter. Who's next? Elephage and Phage Knot. I mean, does Phage Knot... Does Phage Knot need, It has a disc I'd want to catch an alpha Metronet in, so I'm trying to get a couple of them. Also the Revenine background. Phage Knot's fine right now. Well, the point is the point is that they're becoming restricted so that they should actually fit that level of power. Revenine background. Well, it would have been cool if it dropped there, but it didn't. I have not gotten any of like the special drops, and I've been at this for a while. Tsunami? What do you mean tsunami? Does Phage not... Oops, no, don't run. Energy Surge. I don't know what that does. It's not meant... I didn't mean specifically for doubles, but... This is not supposed to be an offensive Phage Knot buff. It's supposed to be like malware buff. Yep, that poison plus. Barbs? Oh, do we not have enough of that already? I'm trying to think of a time with poison barbs. I want to think of any time that in recent history that does not include Gen 9 because Glamour is not a real thing. That balanced teams have utilized poison barbs or toxic spikes or anything like that. Which Loomian? Phage Knot. We're on Phage Knot, and since it's becoming restricted, it, you know. Malware buff? What? Buff it how? Why would... What? Battering ram. Oh boy. Life drain. Oh no. To stay... Malware to stay when the foe swaps. Dear God, how about no? I guess we just skip Phage Knot, whatever. Lucadia, Arceus, Novadeus, Morpheus, Behemoth, and Leviatros, Cosmeor. How do you make Cosmeor restricted level? Do you just give it the defense scaling moves? Like, if we're in the case of encased, I mean. Oh wait, did I just get kick points? Oh, I didn't even notice we're on the last bar. Bruh, can I please get anything from this raid? Yeah, I don't know what to do for Cosmeor in terms of making it restricted. Oh, thank you, Jake, for giving it an instant +4. Yeah, it would be. It would be Obsidian. Well, it doesn't matter what set I'm using because it died. I'm just spamming Parasitize. Do I have a favorite legendary theme? I have no idea. Actually, hold up. Give me this. Screw you. You know what? I'm gonna stop caring about this whole roamer becoming restricted levels. Gamma no Metronet better than the alpha? Nah, I disagree. I don't like red colors as much as blue colors, and the alpha is blue, so I want it way more than I do the gamma. Make Ferroglyph like Aegislash? Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of over this whole thing. I'm gonna get rid of the Mutagon one too. Like Cosmillion's the only one I'm gonna have written down. Alright. So now I need to circle back to some of the ones I skipped. Which I forget which ones I skipped. I know there's Cleone and Lumello that I skipped over. How many fat waters did I skip? I skipped at least 2. Did I do anything for Ventation? Oh yeah, he was the waiting for Rocky Helmet guy. What the heck? I don't remember anything I skipped, or the stuff I skipped over. Oh yeah, Munchwheel was one of the ones I skipped over. Give the dragons hidden power electric. Oh boy. Wow. Jake got deleted. Can I two-shot a +2? It doesn't look like it. Hydral and Venom Slash. Oh boy. Alright, so it looks like in terms of the early stuff, it was just, Munchwheel I skipped over. Well, now I can't raw switch back into Harvesect. I'm gonna have to, stay in on Cephalops until it dies. But, yeah, it's just... Alright, so what do we want to do with Munchwheel? You didn't really miss anything, Vincent. What do I want to do with Munchwheel? Nasty signature for Hydralent? Well, they all have, Adaptive Assault. That's it. Yes, there is a red one, Taco. There is an alpha and gamma disc. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna Tsunami. No, wait, Soul Drain is stronger. Doesn't matter, though. Switch the secondary effect of Water and Brawler Adaptive Assault? No. We don't need status clear on the ignorant thing already getting Slumber. Yeah, no, you're not getting status clearing wrestling. Can I please? Please? Brother. What is this luck, dude? That was mainly for Hydralin. I'm aware. I'm aware of what your goal was. I'm telling you the reality. What am I even looking for? The Alpha Noli discs. The Void Star discs. Thank you, Bunnicky, for whatever that was. I have no idea, Taco. Probably not. No, you can't get shards, no. The background, the Revenant background's from this raid. No, it's not, Vincent. It's not gonna do anything. Do I need help with it? No. Oh, they not add shards? Shards are only on the Dragodine raids and the anniversary stuff. Like the Guardian raids were the only time shards were added in a second raid. Am I sure there's an alpha version? Jamie said there is. There are both alpha and gamma versions of the disc. When's Milo coming? He's in the game right now. He was added yesterday, along with this raid. He's right by the Forsaken building. If I get hit by Psychoblast, I hecking die. Just gloves, Taco. I am just mindlessly clicking parasitize. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Munch Wheel. I know a lot of people want to give it recovery. And I'm just like, why? Like, realistically, you'd make it more fat than what it is right now. Metal type melee gold. I mean, yeah, they suggested it, but I don't see that happening. It would probably just get slapped down. No, there's no that you're not the point of you healing from cleanup is that you're actually removed, like you're eating stuff. If you're not removing anything, then you're not eating anything, then you're not healing anything. Like, cleanup is a removal move. It's not a healing move, it's a removal move. It just so happens that it can heal. Make cleanup work on your own stat boost, so boy. Oh, come on, dude. Alright, I'm only gonna do this one. Oh. Ah, whatever. I'm just gonna click parasitize. They're just hyper discs. mild. They're just reskin, you know, just different colored ones. Actually, doing this with him is actually bad. Because I get less HP. I mean, I think the ability in general shouldn't get changed. Because why are you being rewarded for the simple act of switching? Like, why are you being rewarded that heavily? Oh, that sucks. I think the way Power Napper works right now is fine. Just, like, build Infernix around it rather than making the ability broken again. Like, there's no point in rebuffing the ability. Darn it, why was mine faster? Alright, here's the game plan. He's going to hit it again, and I'm just going to go out and clear its stat boosts. Just a couple of new discs that I'm trying to get a hold of, and a profile background. Yes, I'm aware, Vincent. You just say no. Well, that sucks. This is why you don't hard switch it in, kids. That is why you don't hard swap it in. We're just gonna have to hope his carries. Well, I don't have one, David, so that's why I'm not using it. Hard carry, dude. Does this have tribute yet? No, Corey. Oh, it does. Just use very clever square one. Guys, I don't prep things in this game because prep is AIDS. Why would I have these random niche things? Do you get your full 10 points or no? You have to trade it for something. You have to have 9 Loomians. So, like, you need to take something. Alright, I'm just breaking these because they're here. Hey, look, I got a Trident disc. Anyway, we're done trying to get the disc. How did I spend almost an hour doing it and get nothing? Didn't even get the background. Oh yeah, I have to put this away, huh? I mean, I don't have to put it away. I just have to do this, this. No. That. And then I come back down here. All right. Nice. Nice Dusket find. Let's see the saddle. Oh yeah, I do have it, but like I'm too lazy to pull it out. Oh, my Loomians got messed up. What the frick? There. Yeah, it is, Maz. Cannot physically get stuff. I don't know, dude. People just want slapdown. I've long since Tundra's gonna have a rough time slapping somebody. You slap it with the giant antlers, and if you're female, well, you do it anyway. All right. What saddle? The Noli Metronet saddle. Okay, so I guess now that I've gone through defensive stuff, oh no, I guess I have to go back to Cleone Lumello. Ugh, I don't want to. How do you buff Cleone so that balanced teams want to use it? I never went back for Spreezy. Yeah, you're right. Should you evolve your Gamma into Ducklin, Kirillin, or Wendell? Yeah, I don't know. Well, Vincent, I'd say should probably get rid of the ability in general. Change the secret ability. It's that simple. Well, no, a lot of people want it to be physically bulkier. Like, similar to how the Setimars thing happened, some people want it changed into a physical defense rather than range. Other Loomians I could get emulate. I don't. Do we need it? I don't think we do. Resilience Cleone. Oh boy. Okay, so it tells me my button doesn't work. Yep, my beeper doesn't work. Why does this keep happening? It just randomly disconnects. All right, there. Yeah. My beeper works again. Yippee. Anyway. No, Maz. Just... No, probably not. It is a little silly, Puffy. I don't know nor care, really. Wow, I have realized that in the past hour of doing nothing but those raids that I don't want to stream right now. But I've already set an hour on the boosts. No! To the new ability Swolder's getting. I would change Repugnant over it. Did I clean out Milo's shop? I will. I will eventually. He'll donate per dead gamma. Chat, the motivation is here. I must hunt and kill gammas. Repugnance class? Well, if the idea is to make it more physically bulky, then you get rid of repugnant so that Lumelo maintains its anti-biting niche. And now Cleone is, generally, improved into melee attackers rather than just biting things. But I mean, at the same time, you also you give it just a little bit of melee bulk on top of that. Because again, the ability would only apply to contact moves, not every melee move. Stuff like Earthquake, it would still get smacked by. So you give Cleone just a little bit of... actually, do you need to? Because then it would just be like, Cleone's not even bad. Well, yeah, it's not that we're buffing bad guys. It's just we're just buffing defensive things in general to give more defensive guys identities over the current defensive profile of the game. But I'm trying to think to myself, would I even use Cleone in a balanced comp like that? And maybe yes, because it can pivot and stuff. So let me see here. Facing full stall team in the current meta is very rare. Well, you see, when I last did a tournament, which, yeah, sure, it was 2 months ago, half the tournament was stall, so pardon me for not wanting to deal with that. It should be a 0 occurrence, because the games are meant to be fun, but unfortunately, people are jacked and feel like wasting other people's time, so we have to deal with it at some point. So the goal of these buffs is to like tailor them to more balanced comps. And then like I'm never going out of my way to make a change that benefits exclusively stall. Which is what that slumber wrestling does. All it does is buff stall. You're never using that on balance. Now I'm just trying to think. What do you do with Cleone? I guess, yeah, change Repugnant for that. Why was Jamie scared of Vital Jab? Because of Ace. That's it. He does not want Vital Jab plus Ace. Vital Jab would be pretty broken? No, it wouldn't. It would not be broken. It would still be the exact same matchup fishing guy it is right now. And hit like a truck. It would hit as hard as Pep Jab does right now. There would be no change in damage. It would have recovery. Yes. That's it. That's the point. It's to make wrestling a little bit better. Because he sucks. And the goal is to make him just a little bit better, not... Like, I don't specifically want wrestling, like Ace Wrestling, to be good per se, because something like that being good promotes, requires more unhealthy ways to deal with it. If it's just kind of like okay, then like cool. Turn wrestling into Crawdaunt. Yeah, no. People they don't want Crawdaunt, I guess. Crawdaunt's cool though. Or when are we let's turn Parasol into Crawdaunt, guys. Okay, so anyway, Cleone. Is there anybody in the chat right now that, like, has seen Cleone used recently or whatnot? Because I want to actually, like, bounce ideas off of people familiar with, like, current Cleone. Because again, the goal isn't to the goal is to buff it in a way that benefits balance and not stall. And by that I mean the buff needs to make it desirable to use it on balance. Because right now I know it's only used on stall. And if the buff only changes its uses on stall, then like I couldn't care less about changing it in the first place. Ranks, I'm not talking about ranked, because ranked is a terrible indication. Why is there a red building with the appearance of a disc? Because they haven't added functionality to those buildings. I don't know what to tell you. Wow. All right. Anyway, isn't rank Jamie's main focus? Okay, cool. I'm not targeting Jamie's main focus. Again, this is fan made. This isn't meant to be given to Jamie. If Jamie looks at it, whatever. But I'm not gonna, after I'm done, I'm not gonna turn around and send it to Jamie and be like, okay, please. It's if he happens to look at it, cool. Because again, I don't send my personal desires towards Jamie. Whenever I send ideas to him about like public changes, it's from community ideas, not my own. Like, y'all know how I had a huge crash out about Poison Heal Slivice, and people were like, calm down, it's just Slivice. And how I was talking about, you know, Poison Heal in general. I still sent him Poison Heal Slivice because that's what the community wanted. And I left out my own personal input on it. I don't push my own agendas. Now, if he's making a Loomian, like, and it's not public yet, then yeah, I give my own opinions, but that's pretty much the only time. And even then, I don't necessarily force my own agenda down his throat. I see what he's going for, and then I give him my take on it, and that's pretty much it. I will say with Imperior, I said very little. I didn't say much to him about it. He played around with one idea of giving it priority, like a dark type priority move, and I was like, yeah, maybe don't do that. And that's pretty much the only thing I said to him. I should have said a little bit more, but whatever. It got nerfed. But yeah, I'm just saying all this because people vastly overestimate how much I do. I thought he's done that already, Splashy. He mentioned something a long while back. Just the alpha void star disc. You did with Scampy? No, I meant with a Route 9 thing. I'm talking a long time ago. He said something about something stat being 137. Anyway, in regards to Cleone, do we exchange a bit of ranged bulk for melee bulk and give it the anti-contact ability? Is that what the people want? Give it idiosyncratic. It's not getting idiosyncratic. Although, thinking about it, not befitting a mind type. I don't care. Are you saying no melee, that no mind type can have melee bulk? And the whole anti-contact thing is already being half pushed with its ability Repugnant. So it's not a stretch to extend it to contact moves in general. It's Lumapedia entry? I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Nope, that's mastery. Very slippery and hard for prey to grab. Yeah. Yep. Repugnant, but for punching moves. Oh boy. My problem is, if let's say with Cleone, what do we got here? Even if we did like even plus 10 melee defense with this and minus 10 on the ranged, and then you give it the anti-contact ability. How's about terrifying? Oh my god, stop asking for terrifying. So if you did very robust and you gave it like an anti-contact ability. Hang on, let me see here. Is there anything that reduces damage by like 25%? Oh yeah, I can just give him territorial. Never mind. All right. So what's a notorious contact damage dealer right now? Physically taking melee hits. It already has Repugnant. Gargolem attack. Okay, well, Gargolem attack does not count. Sure, we'll do Ursul. Ursul. Ability territorial. 200. Very brawny. And specialty gloves because it's losing brawn boost anyway. So specialty gloves, slap down. So if this is with me, giving it 10 melee defense. Yeah, 10 melee defense and making it take 25% less contact damage. That's the calc. And that's without any kind of item either. That's just Is that very robust? Yes. Now do Soulstorm. It's not contact, but sure. Epically, pretty much nothing. That slap down though. Yes, I'm aware it has a spirit stab. I'm aware. I'm not trying to calc freaking spirit stab. Obviously, it's going to destroy it through a spirit stab. Like, yes, here you go. Does this make you guys feel better? Here's the Harrow. Like, yes, we know. Is there another physical attacker? Like, people want it to be physically defensive. Like, what other physical attacker are they trying to check? Vesperatu. Jesus Christ, guys. Yes, it's not gonna wall the darks. Probably just Mutagon. Well, this does nothing for it. Is there an ability that makes you take less damage? Like 25% less damage? I don't think so, right? Safety pot, that is 50. That is the equivalent of a +1. That's not the same. It'd be a little stronger than what I'm looking for right now. Whatever, we'll do safety pot just for the sake of the argument and say that it's going to take a little bit more damage than that. Is Cleone really just for Mutagon? Was that the whole thing? Elusive, it's the same thing as safety pot. Right, safety pot, yeah. Elusive might work. No, we're not trying to make it take less damage all across the board. Unless you're talking about, like, for the sake of the calc. But, like, yeah, safety pot's as close as we're gonna get. Kanibo, Chianto, Avitrust, Tyrix, Oculos. Alright. Maybe Dakota's worth looking at. With its Venom Slash, if it gets it back, I guess. But, like, I don't see it. Brute Force, 200. If my mouse would stop being the worst thing to ever exist, that would be awesome. Power Cuffs. Venom. Flash. It's hard to do it like this. Nightlight Cleone. No, Cleone. I don't think Cleone is going to take that epically. I don't think that one's happening. Alright, so... Venom slash Dakuda would 3-shot. Yeah, it would 3-shot. There's nothing else in this game that decreases damage by 25%. That sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess in this case I could just put Enchanted Coat, because it does do that. Yeah. Hello, Isaac. Cleone. Cleone. Cleone is the topic. I was looking at, like, exchanging some of its range defense for melee defense because people want it to be melee defensive. It's... Digi. We're not talking about what's logical at this point. I'm talking about people want it to be melee defensive, but I want it to also lose Repugnant if that's the case, because Lumello also has Repugnant and would just be worse. We need to make it so Lumello has something about it that makes it, like, appealing over other options if you were making Cleone melee defensive. Resilience Cleone. No. Y'all are annoying. Holy crap. Well, the idea is changing it to give Lumello more hazards. There are no more hazards to give it besides Banana Split, and it's not a banana. Anyway, the idea is giving Cleone like 25% less contact damage as an ability. That's something Swolder's also getting at some point. Melee enchantment upon entering. No. Swolder's getting what? An ability that makes it take less contact damage. You just give that to Cleone. Y'all keep talking about the ability, but I'm operating under that less contact ability. Probably not, Sadness. It's probably just going to get banned from Ranked. Because, you know, the whole restricted thing that he's pushing. Almost fluffy. I don't know. Something about 25% less contact damage and half contact damage just screams not the same. Fluffy is literally half contact damage. This is 25% less. I said 30. I said 25. And it's been 25 this entire stream. I said the Doodle World one's 30%, but what Jamie gave it was 25%. but it's whatever. There's always idiosyncratic, I swear to God. I hate these headphones. I need to get a new mouse and new headphones. It's so bad. Like, I need to... When's Aquajaw's 100 true? Melee Slick Shell, you're right. What are we trying to figure out if the ability sorted out? Trying to... originally, I wanted to see what, like, the melee attackers that Cleone wants to wall. The ones that people are crying for more melee bulk for. But, like, hearing stuff like Chienta, and it's like it already walls that as is. But, like, Tyrex makes sense. But although Earthquake would bypass the ability, which, fine, fair. Could get that Water Gyro Ball clone? What do you mean Water Gyro Ball clone? People want Cleone to be more melee defensive than range defensive, Gary, because of its typing. Yeah, you're right. Epically, yep. That checks out. Do Enchanted Coat Swolder and Power Jaws, since that checks out. Walls more melee attackers with Repugnant with the new ability just walls Chienta and Mutagon better. No, with the current ability it walls specifically biting guys better. That's not more melee attackers. Listen, Corey, you're going to be able to two-shot fully defensive Luminamis with Coconut Bomb. Just saying. Yeah. Because Coconut Bomb's gonna go up to the power of Timber Thrash if it's super effective. And Kabunga's gonna get Sly to bypass restrictive armor and stuff. So yeah, Kabunga will legitimately just two-shot Luminami. Which is funny. Oh no, Sadness. The point is people want it more physically bulky because its type benefits it physical defense better. And I'm just trying to figure out what guys do they even try want to use it to wall. Cleone can also wall Borealis if Undermine stops existing. Undermine's not a real move. Let's be completely real. We need to stop pretending that Dig Plus is better. Or Dig Plus is like legitimate move. like, actually, let's take a gander. Hang on, guys. I got this. All right. Borealis. Do people use boots very brawny or gloves very nimble with upper hand? Which one do they do? Gloves very nimble or boots very brawny? Boots very brawny. All right. Very brawny ability, upper hand. Hold up, guys. Let's see. In this scenario, undermine. All right. So the very first hit would be a 3-shot. I say a 3-shot because Safety Pot is a little stronger than what the ability would be. Upper hand's not a real move. Not upper hand. Undermine. Undermine's not is not a real move. Now calc deep freeze. Well, deep freeze. What's Safety Pot? That's just Singil's ability. It's there as a fill-in because I don't have the calc doesn't have what I'm looking for. Just know the damage. It would take a little bit more damage than what it's saying there with Safety Pot. So anyway, this is with I guess you would just put the rest in range defense, but yeah, here's that deep freeze, by the way. And remember that undermine is literally on the first hit. Everything else would be, you know, half as much. All right. So for in the case of Cleone here, if we gave it, say, 20 more defense instead of 10, and gave it anti-contact as an ability, guys, he's not saying to use Deep Freeze Borealis. He's just saying he would use it before Undermine, because Undermine's not a real move. All right, let's take a look at... Actually, let me put Enchanted Coat on here because it would apply to what I'm going for. It would... All right, there we go. Tyrex, Brawny, Power Jaw, Thunder Chomp with Power Cuffs. All right. So this is with 20 more defense than what Cleone has right now. And now I'm curious about what, like, current Repugnant does. And that's what it is. All right. Interesting. So yeah, it would be a bit of a downgrade in terms of the biters. It would be quite a bit of a downgrade, actually, but it's not like it would completely flop to them. So yeah, I think that's what you would do. Give it the melee defense people want, or at least a little bit of it. And like, it's still ungodly bulky, let's be real. 97, 87, 107. That is very, very bulky. That is very bulky. But then again, would you use it on balance? All right. So, yeah, if your Cleone had 97 HP... Actually, let me put it up on the screen. Let me put it up on the screen. Cleone... plus 20 MDef, minus 20 RDef. Repugnant. New ability Swolder is getting that reduces contact damage by 25%. All right. So if you got that Cleone, would you use it on balance, or would you just exclusively use it on stall as per usual? Realistically, it's fatter than Luminami in this regard against contact moves, but obviously Luminami automatically heals. You would use it if I got bored of Luminami. Oh, you mean like when I used that bulky Arapargo way back in the day? Yeah, I guess it's hard to pose the question of would you use it on balance when Luminami's there? Like, Luminami in its current form is like the perfect water type. Like, there's nothing you would use on balance over Luminami. But like, it's hard to justify using any other freaking bulky water type over Luminami. Oh, hey, look, it's the Celesting. That does look pretty cool. It apparently has an idol. Do we ever see the idol in battles, or no? Oh, whatever. Have I seen its alpha? I've seen, like, images, but not necessarily high-quality ones, so... So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think, with the Cleone one, is there a scenario where you would use it over Luminami ever? I guess if you're weaker to Brawler... Yeah, I don't know. Well, again, with the whole Mutagon thing, it's becoming it's being labeled as restricted and therefore likely banned in singles ranked. So I wouldn't. I don't know if considering Mutagon is viable. Not necessarily viable, but realistic. Yeah, I don't... I hate bulky waters, dude. I hate them so much. How do you make them compare to Luminami? How? Like, Lumello has its niche. Ungodly fat. Has the repugnant thing. Spits out barbs. You can do hypnosis or hypnotize things. How many of the water types in this game are fat? Most of them. Let's go through the Lumopedia, shall we? Luminami being the first one, fat. And then we scroll down, and then we see Ventation, fat. And then we keep scrolling, and we keep scrolling. Arapigo, not used as a fat wall. Nor is Skellig. Then we come Malamurk, fat. Blowtox, Barblast. And Blowtox was initially used fat, but now it's becoming offensive. Barblast, fat. Bezeldu doesn't count. Bellatrix isn't fat. Hydrolin. Wow, let's keep scrolling. Sukame, fat. Banfino, you don't really use it offensively because it's not good offensively, but also not... It's just annoying. Kanibo's not defensive. Samarine you can use bulky, but primarily not. Lumello's fat. Jalus is, like, fat, but not used as a wall. Cleone's fat. Fiscarna's fat. Scampy doesn't count. Parasol's supposed to be, like, fat-ish. But, like, eh. Dakuta's not necessarily fat. Cephalops is a tank of epic proportions. As in, like, it will take hits and then delete your very existence and get all of its health back. Leviatros is funny. Oculos can be used fat if you need it for something specific. So a good sum of them are fat. Yeah, I just don't know how you create water types in a way that makes them appealing over Luminami. On balance, I should say. On stall, it's different. You have Cleone's whole thing with Mutagon and whatnot. It's been 3 years. 3 years since what? Take away Power Napper, so Luminami has to work for its recovery. Remove Luminami and see what happens. Oh boy. If you do take away Power Napper from Luminami, you'd actually have to, like, give it quite a bit. Because Power Napper is a big part of its viability. Elusive Luminami. Oh boy. But yeah, video games. What did you mean by it's been 3 years? Like, in what context? Nightlight Luminami. I mean, I know Epically said that before. You give it Nightlight so it takes less dark damage. But, like, what else do you give it? Like, what would you give it that makes it appealing? When's the last time I played PvP in Luminami? Or not Luminami. I said Luminami. I said meant to say Loomian Legacy, but might as well be just Luminami. Because that's the game. The last time I actually played PvP in this game, like actually, was 2021. It's almost been, like, end of 2021 was, like, the last time. Although, even then, I was only doing, like, free-for-alls. So, it's been about 4 years since I've actually touched PvP. Yeah, it'd be like that. Why don't I play PvP? The prep is awful. It's a complete waste of one's time. Why do I have to spend upward, like, a week plus on a single Loomian? I could have people prep for me? Yeah, sure. Complete waste of time while hunting? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is also a waste of time. But, like, I'm streaming, so it's kind of different. See, like, right here, the goal... The reason I'm hunting is because I'm streaming and talking to people. So the goal is just to talk to people, so I do it through the avenue of a stream. And in regards to PvP, the goal of prep is to actually PvP. And I don't want to wait over a week just to use a team that I should realistically be able to use in a day. I can have others prep for me. That's just disingenuous. I want to be able to prep it myself. It's unrealistic to say the solution to the problem is making others do it. That's not an answer to the problem. You're just pushing the problem on other people. Like, yeah, you can get it done if somebody else has already done it. And to that I say, by the way, I had a secret, like, back then, I had a secret ability Weevil just in the front because I was trying to make a Zulong. It took me 3 days to get one out of the rally. Even with the secret ability lead. I rallied for about 3 hours a day, and it took me 3 days. So about 9 hours of rallying to get one. It didn't have good UPs. It didn't have good UPs, but it popped out secret ability, and that's what the secret ability boost. That's what the rally leader boost. That is with the highest possible odds for getting one. And it took me 9 hours. So imagine just sitting in the game for 9 hours, waiting to be able to do the thing you logged on to the game to do. And that's with the best odds. That's with somebody giving you something to make it go by faster. If we take that and just raw, like, multiply it by the odds raw, then it would be 36 hours. Dream teams. Yeah, let me queue up into ranked with dream teams. Yeah, sure. Like, yeah, I could absolutely just keep PvP in my community and all that stuff, sure. Pokemon PvP, Pokemon prep takes a while too, though. You're right, and that's why I don't do it. Well, the other reason is I don't really play Pokemon, but like, I wouldn't play PvP because the prep takes forever. If Dream Team set a queue, would I return? Maybe. Like, at this point, it might just, like, at this point in time, I'm kind of just over Loomian Legacy. I'm just playing it because that's my community. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's where we're at that. I'm hoping Route 9 does something to make me actually interested in the game. Although, no, I kind of hope it doesn't, because then I'd have to look at prep again. Although I guess I know that they're going to address it eventually after Route 9, so I guess there's that. Yeah, I'm hoping the draft, when I go and watch all the battles, will be cool. I'm hoping. It is the biggest update ever, you're right. Also, there's something that I kind of want to point out that really stood out, and I'm surprised people didn't, like, raise their eyebrows at it. Do you guys remember when Jamie was talking about wanting to do various, like, formats for year 2? And how, like, the first one he wanted to do was an only Route 9 Loomians format? You'd have to imagine how many Loomians are you going to have that make that a viable thing? You do not remember that? Well, he put it out there, like, as like an idea, a list of ideas he wanted to do. And he put it out there, and I'm just like, wait. You're gonna need you're gonna need a few of them. (2047) trying to catch all 93 Loomians in Route 12. Yeah, a mini season. Yeah, he wanted to do little mini seasons. Best encounter this stream, an alpha Cupoink reskin, I think. But yeah, he wanted to do mini seasons as well. That, like, that just got me thinking that, like, is this update actually going to be big? A poll for what? Like, what poll would he need to do? I don't know the context. A poll for... No, what are we talking about, Digi? The Route 9 thing? Oh, it wouldn't have been a poll thing. It wasn't a poll thing. It was something he briefly talked about. It wasn't something he made a big deal out of. It was just like one day he was talking about it. So I guess nobody really caught on to it because nobody really saw it, which I guess makes more sense. All right. Oh, my boost's about to end. Which means I'm going to end the stream here soon because I'm just not feeling it today. But on the bright side, I haven't crashed my PC in the last 2 streams. Let's go. I think my solution worked. So that's good. Crashing right now would be kind of hilarious. All right, my boosts are expired, so I'm Nightlight Luminami. It's kind of fire. I mean, that's good. But I'm gonna get out of here for now. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, you know, whatever it is. Make it a good one. Bye-bye.